Hey, what's up, everyone? I was going to do a sit in the house, had a little technical difficulties, so we're out here in the backyard, and we're going to do our little live session now. That was weird. Couldn't connect. It was connecting, dropping. I guess my connection in the house was a little crappy. So, since we're in the back, this is like me doing my podcast, sit in the backyard and just talk. I hope you guys are doing all right out there in our world today, where everything's basically on pause. Just chill, stay home, figure out how you're going to maximize whatever you got to do. There's nothing else we can do now. So what about this meditation stuff? I've been practicing meditation for 32 years, and never once, in the first 15 years of my practice, never once was there any talk about it being a getaway from the world or free yourself from anxieties and stresses, go and meditate, you're giving yourself a little spa treatment of the mind. That was never a thing, and I am talking it down. I'm attacking it, actually, the meditate to feel relief stress, even though I teach it for that too, because that gains the most traction, but that actually ends up causing people to believe this is what meditation is. And that is far from the truth. Meditation is not about relieving your stress. Meditation is not some clannish, cultish thing where everyone sits around and goes om for forever and or for the whole session. Okay, so what is meditation? Meditation is the actual state where your senses, which includes the mind, your six senses, they're at like a standstill. Basically, they're not influencing your consciousness. Your mind is not putting through perspective after perspective and thought after thought. It doesn't shut down. They slow down. Why does it sound like it slows down? Because you're putting your attention somewhere else. When you put your attention into one specific thought, what happens is you take energy away from everything else you're putting out, or everything else you're giving attention to. So when you take that energy back, or you place that attention to something else, that something else becomes the thing that stands out most. In so doing, your ability to concentrate gets stronger, your ability to focus on specific things becomes stronger, and now you develop a sense of peace. That's a byproduct. You don't have anxiety. You don't have thoughts of stress and frustration because your attention isn't there. Okay? And that's very important to understand. Meditation is the unbiased state. And that's it. It's a state of unbiasedness. It's a state where you're not thinking about things around you. Your attention is not in thinking of things around you. Your attention is not in the pain in your knees or the cramp in your back. Your attention is not if your posture is right. Your attention is not what are you going to have for dinner later? Does he or she love me? Maybe I should go to a movie. Oh no, the world's coming to an end. Oh, this politician sucks. No, that politician sucks. No, they don't know what they're doing. No, they don't know what they're doing. Your mind isn't there because that's just noise that distracts you from what the truth is. And the truth is, what is the unbiased state? The truth is the question. Why do I call it an unbiased state? You ready? Between every single physical structure, let's say if you were standing in front of me, 6 feet, if you're standing in front of me, generally, what we consider life, that which we consider life as, that spark of experience and existence and action, shows through our physical body. It shows through plants. It shows through animals. Okay? Shows through our physical body. So we say that there is life. In between our physical body, that I'm just going to call it this way for the sake of saying so, but that energy is present, right? It's there. It's neither here nor there. It's just there. Our bodies have the capability of utilizing that potential in the way it does. So when I move from one place to another, I'm moving through or in and about that energy. Okay? When a certain part of my body is broken and the body dies, that energy of that body is not going to a special land. It's not going anywhere. It's not even staying here nor going there. It's actually, it's already in where it's said to go to. So when the body is no longer capable of holding that potential, that force, that charge, that spark of what we know as the body, the spirit and all that, that energy, I'm going to keep doing that, that is concentrated within this body or in and around this body, or the body is within it, whatever way you like to call it and base your personal view on, that energy, that conglomeration of all that energy is focused into one specific construct, starts to disperse, move through, mesh into without a physical barrier. I'm going to keep doing this because it's fun, but it makes my point. So between you and I, that space, what's in our body, that energy, is always in and around. Okay? That energy is unbiased. So when you meditate, or when you're practicing getting into the state of meditation, you're going to go through different levels of experience of your specific views of you, the world, based on your senses and based on your experiences through those senses. The stories you tell yourself about you, about your friends, your family, or whatever, and the whole world at large. These things are going to influence how you experience the world. When you're practicing getting into meditation, that's what you're going to start hearing. Little by little, you will hear these things pop up. You will feel these things pop up. And you'll go into different states: joy, sadness, depression, fear, anxiety, and so on. You'll go through these states. You'll even go through states where you feel like you're speaking to another being. It's still your mind. Understand that. Nothing can appear unless there is a seed of it in your mind. Nothing can appear unless you have thought about it or accepted it in your mind. Everything experiences because of that mind too. So, you're going to go through stages where you feel like you're in a heaven, or you feel like you're in a hell, or you feel like you're going through your memories. These are various experiences based on your body whole, your energy, your spirit, your neurological structure, your senses, your stories, your thoughts, things that you've told yourself and have accepted from the environment around you and your family around you. Very important to understand that. It took a long time for me to get that. Geez, I think it was about 28 years before that reality 100% hit, or that understanding actually anchored and took place and root, simply because it came in epiphany, little by little, year after year, month after month, day after day, little pieces, which is like, but that doesn't make sense. Why does it make sense to this? This contradicts here. What is that? And you go into meditative contemplation, or contemplative meditation, whichever way you like to call it, and you start to uncover. How do you uncover? What is it to uncover things like that? It's simply about checking what you believe. I don't like cop-out answers. When people are talking to their gurus or their priest or a monk or whoever that they truly trust with their spiritual questions, I don't like cop-out answers. Oh, that's just karma. Or in the past life. Or that's God's plan. Or you are not to question the overall truth of the plan of whatever it is the person believes. This is fate. Okay, you can't change destiny, blah, blah, blah. And I don't, subscribe to any of that. Because when I started my practices in this, I was 8 years old. Every time someone gave me an answer to something that was kind of around those lines, cop-out answers, I call it, I questioned it, and some people just couldn't take that, couldn't accept that. They didn't like the fact that I was questioning it. And I didn't sit there and go, oh, I'm a bad person. I sat there and say, well, then I don't need to believe that. If you can't give me a straight up answer that actually has substance, relatable, traceable, trackable, okay, substance, if it doesn't have any of that, it's useless. So when someone says, oh, in a past life, I was this, that's why I feel I need to experience certain things in this life, and they have this self-importance to it. No, it doesn't matter. Past life? Really? Okay. So it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter what your past life was. Absolutely not. There is no relevance to it now. Sorry. There isn't. Why is there no relevance to past lives in our present life? Simple. It is very simple. Those conditions of that past life do not exist. Argument over. So what? You feel drawn to certain things in this life. I bet you do not remember at some point when you were a child or even in the womb that these influences were around you. And then you have this specific liking for certain things, attraction for certain things. These are questions that come up, as a meditator. People always assume that you believe in the common ideas. I call it the commercial ideas of karma and reincarnation and Buddhism and whatnot, and all the New Age concepts. No, you don't have to. There's no rule book that says that you're a meditator or you're a spiritualist. You subscribe to a specific ideology. I don't subscribe to a specific ideology. I went through stages of subscribing to certain things that I thought made sense to my state at those times, state of mind at those times. And when you find that they do not satisfy anymore, questions cannot be answered with substance, it doesn't make sense to continue working with those things. So you change, just like in business, right? Something doesn't work, you change. You test an idea, and you change the idea if it doesn't bring out what you're really looking for. Oof, that was a ramble. So, understand that meditation practice is not about running away from the world. It's about how well you can handle yourself in the world. It's about how you can grab a hold of your mind and stop putting your thoughts of worry and anxiety into places that just destroy you. Okay? So you feel anxious today, you're going to sit and take a deep breath. That's not meditating, that's breath work. So you're utilizing breath work to control your physiological experience, your neurological experience, so you can influence the neurochemical responses in the body so you don't have stress and anxiety. Then your emotions don't feel like that, and your mind doesn't go and think like that. And then you think stress and anxious thoughts, and your body starts to experience them, right? Because these things are intertwined. They are so intertwined that there's no way of taking them apart because they were never separated. They were never separate. These things are one thing. So when you're sitting in meditative practice and you're trying to get into the deep state of that unbiased thusness, neither here nor there, neither up or down, right? And you're in the process of going there or getting to that point, you're going to experience states of anxiety, experience states of joy, safety, fear, all the positives and negatives and combinations of those two. You will create images and experiences in mind because those things are losing focus. So your body is kind of like a fish, or your mind is like a fish flipping in out of water, flap, 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 until it runs out of oxygen and dies. Your thoughts are going to be like that because you're going to take away power from the thoughts that degrade you. But in so doing, you will experience various states of mind, emotional states, thinking states, physical sensations, taste, smells, even sound. And these things pass. And as you continue going through those states, practicing single-minded concentration, getting off your focus and being thrown off and be like, oh man, I can't believe I screwed up. You go back to it and do it again. And every time you go to do it again, you get stronger and stronger where these things don't affect you as much. And when they don't affect you as much, you become great. And when you go to sit to practice getting into meditation, you fall into this, or you reveal, or you bring your attention to the state that is neither here nor there. This unbiased state. The state where your senses, including the mind, are not king or queen, whichever way you like to call it. Then you hit the state of meditation and boom. You don't know the sky above. You don't know the earth below. You don't know the scent in the air. You don't know if your cat's walking on your head, if your dog's licking your face. You don't know someone threw a brick in the window. You don't know what time it is. There's things you don't know because there's no I to know. There's no concept. There's no thinking concept happening. The sensations are gone in your body. Your nervous system, your senses are taking a break. Now you're experiencing the world. And it's always there. That's why you practice meditation. What's the benefit of doing that? The benefit is nothing. And I don't say it to be like this, ooh, he said nothing. No, actually the truth is, staying in the unbiased state is like we're walking through it all the time. We're in it. We're sleeping, we're eating, we're doing everything within that state all the time. The only thing is that we are not thinking that we're in that state all the time. So the benefit is while you're getting through the practice of making yourself ultra concentrated power and getting into that unbiased state of thusness and whatever, you hit this unbiased state in meditation, you lose stress, you lose anxiety, you lose fear, you lose a lot of things that held you back. What's up, everybody? Wow, I didn't see this. The sun is in my eyes. Hey, how you doing? Very cool. Yeah, the sun's in my eyes. I'm in the backyard and I'm just rambling about meditation. But it's very good. Do breath work to strengthen your body. Strengthen your lung capacity, improve your circulation, blood circulation, relax your muscles, and you have a great time. Yeah, so that was my major ramble about meditation, what it is and isn't. I'm going to try to save this video and hopefully can make it out for everybody. So here we are at home, and there's nothing else to do but make yourself better. And this is the fun thing about meditation, is that as you've practiced the staying in long-term state in this unbiased state, you decide what is worth taking your time, what is worth your value, what is worth your attention. And you find yourself more and more laid back. We call it being laid back, right? You find yourself more relaxed and chill. And that's awesome, because that's an absence of fear and anxiety, an absence of things that take you... Excuse me 1 second. Huh? Check the folders on the shelf upstairs in the hallway. My son's doing some homeschooling. He's asking for his paperwork. So here we are at home, and you know what? Now is the best time to really go and learn stuff online. Learn stuff. Self-learning is so valuable now. Anything you're looking to learn, it could be anything. It could be movement. It could be exercise. It could be a language, like Italian. I'm trying to pick up some of the Italian I used to know. I downloaded an app and I just practice daily. I speak Mandarin, so why not Italian, right? You can learn a lot of stuff. It's a good time to do that. It's also a good time to utilize an extra 10-20 minutes to go inward by giving yourself a space in the house to just stay quiet, focus your breath, or focus your attention on your breath, put your attention where it really counts, taking the anxiety and the thoughts of despair out, or thoughts of occupation of your mind, like I'm going to make coffee, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and build up this concentration. So it makes it easier to learn things, because if your attention is going all over the place, you're going to get tired fast. It's going to be harder to actually learn stuff. When you build up concentration ability, you will be able to actually learn things faster, because your attention is, narrow, focused. And that's cool. It's a good benefit in there. So meditation is that. I hope you guys enjoyed. thank you for sitting through this little talk. And we'll see if we do this again. This time we'll do some meditation practice tomorrow. Oh yeah. All right, be well. Peace.